So this is a letter that I received. I thought I could still continue my employment with them, but not be near the chairman.
In her early 20s, Rachael moved to London to work on the shop floor at Harrods. She was soon spotted by the chairman, Mohamed al Fayed, and promoted to be his brother's personal assistant. It involved a trip to Monaco, where she stayed on Salah al Fayed's yacht.
You're entering this whole new lifestyle that is shiny and new and exciting.
The excitement didn't last long. Soon after, things took a darker turn.
I'd been asleep for a few hours, and I felt a movement on the bed. So I woke up with that panic of first, where was I? And then, who was this? I remember saying something like, "What are you doing?" And Salah said, "I'm lonely." I just went ramrod still. And I didn't sleep. I lay there the whole night thinking if I moved, if I turned over, if I did any body movement whatsoever, he would misinterpret that as me giving him an indication that it was okay to touch me. And I remember in the morning aching because I'd been so tense the whole night. And he got up and just left and didn't say anything to me.
Rachael says she left after a month of repeated sexual advances, returning to her old job at Harrods in London. She thought she had escaped Salah al Fayed, but soon afterwards, his brother, Mohamed, the chairman of Harrods, also preyed on her. One day, she was told to go to his flat to pick up paperwork she needed for a sabbatical.
Mohamed was showing me around his apartment. Then we get to his bedroom, and he said, "Come sit next to me, let's discuss your future. If you treat me right, if you're nice to me, I can make things happen for you." And I was sitting down next to him, and he put his arm around me, and his hand started going further up my skirt, higher and higher. The more I resisted, the more upset he became.
This is the first time Rachael has spoken about her experiences on camera. She is one of hundreds of women who have come forward after allegations surfaced widely that the Harrods boss and his brother abused their power to sexually assault and rape women working for the department store in the 1990s and noughties. Like many of the others, Rachael was forced to undergo invasive sexual health tests while working at Harrods. These were undertaken by Dr. Anne Coxon on Harley Street. The results, which were sent to the chairman's office, went into detail about her sexual history, use of contraception, and even referenced her body shape and the quality of her personal hygiene. Lawyers bringing civil claims against the company say this is just another example of corporate sexual exploitation at Harrods. Allegations against Mohamed al Fayed first surfaced decades ago, but he vehemently denied them and used his money and influence to kill stories. Police investigations also went nowhere. But this time, there's been a shift. The police watchdog is now reviewing the Met Police's handling of those cases, and the force has widened its search to look at associates who may have facilitated and assisted that abuse. It means the prospect of criminal charges is still on the cards, even though the direct perpetrators have now died. And for Harrods, which is now owned by the Qatari Sovereign Wealth Fund, efforts to protect the company from the actions of its past owners won't be straightforward. In a statement to Sky News, Harrods said, "Harrods supports the bravery of all women in coming forward. Their claims point to the breadth of abuse by Mohamed Fayed and again raise serious allegations against his brother, Salah Fayed. We continue to encourage all survivors to make their claims to the Harrods scheme. Any claims in relation to the behaviour of current staff involved in any of the allegations will be investigated." It was the darling of British retail, a British institution. But the abuse that took place was an open secret, and Harrods is now facing a reckoning that has some way still to go. Gurpreet Narwan, Sky News.